The top is yes. Yes, it is. Ow. Hi, everyone. Got people. Got Charlie and Rachel today.
Good, hey?
Yep. How is everyone in Instagram world? Hi. Hi, guys. It's so hard because YouTube's long ways, Instagram's tall ways. So if I'm, yeah, whatever. Yeah, Instagram Live. So fancy. We're the fanciest pants, aren't we? Okay, you don't need a mat, an area where you're not going to slip. You fix my hair. If you've got sensitive knees, grab a blanket. If you don't have blankets nearby, you can use towels, clothing, whatever is easily accessible. We need a strap. Here's one and blocks. And if you have a bolster and you want to use that for Shavasana or anything else, you're welcome to grab a bolster as well. You have a bolster, cushions, pillows, whatever might work. Today we are going to do some stuff. This is especially for Carly as well. Okay, let me turn off the comments. Okay. If anything happens on Instagram, go over to YouTube. It is MJ Travers. You can search MJ's Yoga, MJ Travers. Yeah, we've got this. I like this with the space. This is good. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to start in a hero's pose, a seated hero's pose. If you don't have blocks, get a stack of books, or maybe you're going to sit up on a lot of cushions, especially if you're super tight on your shins, knees, or if you've got any knee things going on. Knees are going to be together. I want you to sit with the feet wide. So your hips are going to come down in between the heels. If this is not doable, you're going to stack the blocks up really high. And if make sure it's left and right side. So both butt cheeks are on it. And if you need to pad the knees as well, please do. And have any ankle things going on, make sure to modify. And if I don't say the right modifications, do it for what you need. Okay, you guys good? Yeah, you good?
Yeah.
How's your ankle today? I forgot to ask you.
Well, it just not hurt.
Turn one of the blocks up on the medium side. Yep. So, and sit them, have the blocks this way, and then like that. So you're going to be up a lot higher. And if you need, I can get more blocks as well. So if you've got more props, use more props. Okay. A little better? Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. We want it to be okay though, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Okay? You guys be hot? You're never wet? I don't know. I always get boiling.
It's on session.
You warm? Okay.
It is warm.
Okay. I shouldn't ask you because you're always a bit cold. It's an interesting class today, guys. I'm just going to open the window a little bit. And Rachel, if you get too cold, we'll warm you up. Okay, so we're going to sit here for a little bit. Hands on the thighs, close your eyes. And as you sit here, think of sitting up nice and tall. So head on top of rib cage, on top of pelvis. And notice, can you feel the shape of your spine? Can you sit up a little taller? Think of the back of the skull reaching up towards the sky. So that instantly tips the chin down a little towards the front of the throat. And then breathe into the low abdomen. So just below the navel and the low back. Breathing specific. And if there is, I want you to place it in the forefront of your mind so it is something that you can constantly come back to. So do you need just to move, simply to move the body? Do you need to connect and ground? Do you need something else? What is it? Notice if the spine stays breath, if that's in your practice. Otherwise, just natural breathing in and out of the nose. You don't have to take a Ujjayi breath. That might be something a little more advanced once you continue with your practice. We'll take 3 more breaths. Thinking of, I often talk about this, the bottom of the sitting bones, they're like your feet. Your feet standing here to sit you up even taller. Take 2 more, slowly in through the nose, fill up, so expand, low torso. Slow exhale. 1 more full, deep inhale breath. Full, deep exhale breath. And move just a little bit. You're welcome to keep the eyes closed. Inhale, lift the arms straight up to the sky. They can come out to the side or forwards in front of you. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Again, inhale, the arms lift straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Again, inhale, arms lift straight up, sit taller. You have an option to tilt the head up, looking up. Exhale, hands come back to heart. 1 more time, inhale, arms lift straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands come back to the heart. And now bring the arms almost like a train position. Again, if this is getting uncomfortable on the legs, if you need to sit up higher, please do. If you need to get out of this pose, also please do. The higher you lift, the less pressure you're going to have on any areas that you might be feeling. So from here, this is kind of weird. We're going to pretend we're like a train, but so hopefully you can kind of see this from all angles. So we've done this a couple of times, but just different ways with the arms. So from here, lift the shoulders up towards the ears, and then pull the shoulders forwards without rounding the spine too much. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. You can just moving the shoulders pulled back behind you, pull the ribs in and down so you're not flaring at the rib cage. Shoulders pulled back and up. Shoulders pull forwards, keep them up. Shoulders down and forwards. Shoulders back and down. 1 more full square. Shoulders back and up. Shoulders forwards and up. Shoulders forwards and down. Shoulders forwards and back. So from here, come forwards with the shoulder, keep them down. Think of depressing them down towards the ground. And now lift them up towards the ears, but forwards. We're doing that square backwards. Pull the shoulders back behind you. Pull the shoulders back and down. Shoulders forwards and down. Keep the ribs and spine nice and neutral. Shoulders forwards and up. Shoulders back and up. Shoulders back and down. 1 more full square, 1 more rotation. Forwards, keep them down. Forwards and up. Shoulders back and up. Shoulders down and back. Now roll the arms, shoulders out a little bit. Feels kind of weird. Sexy shoulders. Crunchy. Crunchy? Yeah. So if it is crunchy, if it's crunchy for you, do it every day. This is something, and do it very minimally to where it's comfortable. You don't want to push past that comfort level. But yeah, it is something I'd say doing every day. Let's come into a tabletop position, hands and knees. We're going to work just a little bit with the shoulders again. We want them working to their best today. So that same thing, I want you to think of pressing the scap up and down. So if it's a little hard to do, you might need to come down onto the forearms. Keep the spine neutral, and now press your scapula in towards the back. So think of lifting the spine up. So like, yeah, without rounding. Good, now let it drop down. So pull the scapula away from the shoulder blades. Think them squeezing in towards one another. And then push it up without rounding. Good, think of the collarbones pulling wide. And then drop the spine down. Good, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press into the palms. Inhale, lift. Good, tricep squeeze in. Again, think of the spine staying neutral. Spine drops down. Good. Pull the collarbones wide. Hug the triceps in. Again, lift the spine up. Spread between the shoulder blades without rounding. And then drop it down. Last one. Good. Squeeze between the shoulder blades like there's a pen there. Last one. Lift up. Spread apart. I lied. We're going to do last one now. Drop it down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good, let's come back to that original seated position. We're going to do one last thing with the shoulders, knees together as close as they can go, feet wide, hero's pose, sit in between the heels on a block or whatever you need. So from here, again, make sure there's no pain. Inhale, arms lift straight up to the sky. And if you have really big calves, roll the calves out to sit down in between them. And now from here, bring the hands to heart. Move just a little bit. Inhale, arms lift up to the sky. I want you to think, drop the right hand down in front of you, bring it back and rotate through the upper back. So the entire torso is not moving here. Sweep the arm forwards and back up. Bring the hands back to heart center. Do that again. Inhale, arms lift straight up. Keep the spine nice and still. Slide the left hand down, bring it back. Bring the right arm forwards. You're welcome to look to the left hand. Inhale, lift the arms straight back up. Exhale, hands come to heart. One more time each side. Inhale, arms lift to the sky. Hug the ribs in, hug the hips in. Exhale, sweep the right arm back. Left arm forwards, option to look back. Hug the left hip back. Inhale, back to the center. Lift up, sit tall. Swing the left arm down. Right arm forwards, option to look back. Pull the right hip back, right rib cage slightly back. Good. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Close your eyes for a second. With the eyes closed, with the hands at heart. What I just asked you before, what are you here for? What do you need? What does your mind and body need today? If you don't know what it is, think of just breathing. Just breathing. Connecting, grounding, presence. It's always a really good thing to focus on and work towards. Let's come to a tabletop position, hands and knees. So in tabletop, we're going to do a little bit of the hip cast here. Let's grab one of our blocks and put it on our sacrum. So this is our security deposit that we don't want it to fall off. Make sure it stays nice and stable. If your block keeps falling off, it just means you're going too far. Try and hug the outer hips in, especially the leg that stays on the ground. Your goal as well is to keep your spine stable and still. So pull the rib cage up. Nice. Think of that little bottom rib cage area that you're cinching it in towards one another to really stabilize, especially through the torso containing. Now hug the triceps in. Think, pull this, yeah. Bring the right knee forwards towards the right elbow without rounding the spine. Yeah. Now open the right knee straight out to the side without the pelvis tipping. Keep the knee open to the side. Start to lift the foot up towards the sky. Keep the knee bent. Good. Now keep the knee bent. Bring the foot back behind you, but extend at the front of the hip without arching the front of the spine. Bring the knee back in line with the hip. Keep the foot lifted up to the sky. And now lower the knee back to the ground. That makes sense yet? Yeah? Hopefully it did for you guys. Okay. Let's take the other side. If anything happens with your wrists, create fists. If you've got extra blocks, you're going to hold the blocks and hug the arms in nice and tight. And now here, bring the left knee forwards. Now notice, if your pelvis tips forwards, I want you to stick the pubic bone back. Open the left knee out to the side. Slow, slow, slow. Only as far as you can keep the pelvis nice and stable. If you need to flex the toes, that might help you as well. Keep the knee open to the side. Start to lift the foot up to the sky. Good, like you're going to put a plate on the top of your foot. And now bring the knee straight back behind you. Keep the foot lifted up. Hug the right hip in. Good, lower the knee to the ground. Okay? We're going to do it once on each side, either way. So we'll do a breath to movement. If your breath is slower or faster, move to your body. Inhale, right knee forwards towards the right elbow without the pelvis or spine moving. Exhale, knee out to the side. Inhale, turn the foot up towards the sky. Hug the left hip in. Toes towards the ground, shall we? Exhale, bring the knee back behind you. Lift the knee, but push the ribs up and in. Inhale, knee forwards. Now we're going to reverse it. Exhale, knee comes straight back and up. Good. Inhale, open the foot to the side. Exhale, bring the knee in line with the hip. I like to call this fire hydrant, like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. Inhale, knee towards the elbow, bring it forward, send the pubic bone back. Exhale, knee to the ground. Just 2 more and then we're done. Inhale, left knee forwards towards the left elbow, pubic bone back, ribs up. Exhale, fire hydrant knee out. Hug the right hip in. Inhale, turn the foot up to the sky, toes flex down. Exhale, bring the knee back behind you, extend at the front of the hip, but hug the ribs up. Inhale, bring the knee forwards as far as it can go without rounding. Now let's reverse it. Exhale, bring it back. Again, push the ground away. Spread there. Ribs up, push the ground. Good. Open the foot out to the side, keep the knee lifted. So internally rotate the upper thigh. Externally rotate the upper thigh to fire hydrant. Knee forwards, right hip in. And then inhale, knee towards the left elbow without rounding. Bring the knee down, down, down. Exhale, knee to the ground. Let's come back to a child's pose position. Toes together, knees wide. Intense. It's intense work, but it's good for you. So with toes together and knees wide, hips back to the heels. If this is intense for your body in any way, please put something under your bum, under your chest. If you're a bit tighter than normal, open your knees wider than normal. So knees wide, toes together. Yeah. Knees even wider if you can, I would say. Is it okay for your ankle? Yeah. Yeah. So with the chest and the forehead down towards the ground, if it's not resting comfortably, think of putting a block under the chest or a block under the forehead. And then start to reach the front of the chest forwards. Press down into the palm. Let's activate the arms. Good. Spread the fingers wide and feel the fingertips press down. How do they feel? They get really long in the back of the body. Think of the pelvis reaching back towards the heels. Take a full inhale breath. Now walk your hands as far as they can go to the left-hand side. Press the hips to the right. So the hands will come all the way over to the left as far as they can go. They might even come off the mat. You might stack one hand on top of the other. You're welcome to gently move here, maybe moving into sense feeling, rotating one shoulder up, the other shoulder up, whatever feels good, wherever the tightness might be. Take another full breath in. And then let's take it over to the other side. Walk the hands all the way over to the right side. And on this side, you might do the same. You might do something different. Just notice what you're feeling on this side of the body. Again, stack a palm, thread, twist. Move the head. Really pressing the left hip back and down. Get the length on the entire left side of the body. Take another full breath in. Really nice and long. Stretch out. And exhale, hands come back to the center. Inhale, come up to a tabletop position. At the top of the mat, exhale, tuck your toes. Inhale, hover the knees just an inch or two off the mat. Good, we're going to hold here. So again, that neutral contained spine. So ribs in, outer hips in. We're not here for too long. Take a full inhale breath. Keep your bum this low, step back to high plank position. Good, nice. Think of tucking your bum back towards the heels, but firm your thighs and press the quads towards the sky. Pull the chest forwards, heels back, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Take any movement that you would like to take here. That might be pivoting the heels side to side, moving the legs, lifting one up to the sky, moving around, however it feels good. Notice what you're feeling as you move here. Breathe. And start to allow length through the spine. I'm going to really get nice and long from our head back to our pelvis, tilting the tailbone up. Always that option to bend the knees a little. That might access the pelvis to lift up a little higher. Yeah, then lift the hamstrings, pull the hips back. Turn the thighs on. Push the calves down towards the ground. Can you broaden the upper back? And then squeeze the ribs in. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, look forward. Yeah. Little sway side to side. If you need that. I'm going to do it because my hips are sore. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, I don't want to do it, but I should. Yeah. You okay? So if you need, come up higher. Especially if you're going to come in and out of poses, just go to a point where the body's going to be able to find space. So I want you to push the knees out. So it's almost like you're hovering yourself here, but in stability. So the big toe mounds press down, the spine lifts up. We'll take another full breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Oh, keep the feet wide and bend the knees. Tip everything forwards and down. Fingers if that feels okay. Oh, I think I need to do a class. And take any awkward bind. So if you are binding, swap everything over. Opposite forearm, opposite fingers on top. Let the weight be in the front of the shins. Turn the toes to point forwards. Yeah. Keep the knees really bent. Nice and deep. Take one more inhale, let your head hang. Release the hands if you're binding them. Bring the feet to a hip width position. Now from here, keep that little bend of the knees, halfway lift. Fingers onto the shins. Lift the front of the spine as you lean forwards. Hold for the exhale breath. Start to squeeze the knees apart, but hug the outer hips back and in. Inhale, chair pose. As you bend the knees, lift the arms straight up to the sky. Point the knees over the middle toes. And exhale, bring the hands to heart. Slide the hamstrings back. Pubic bone lifts up. Ribs in and back. Good. Inhale, lift the arms straight up to the sky. Like we did when we were sitting. Exhale, right arm comes down. It's going to come back behind you. We'll take that lateral twist. Keep the left hip hugging back. Inhale, arms back to the center. Center, nice, with good control. Exhale, hands through heart, forward fold. Keep the bend of the knees, lift the hamstrings up as you tip down. Beautiful. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, low lunge. Step the left foot back, lower the knee down to the ground. You can tuck out, tuck the toes, whatever feels good. Inhale, crescent moon, lift the arms straight up to the sky. Now lift the front of the pelvis off the front thigh, wrap the outer right hip down. Keep the right knee pointed over the right middle toe. If you need to slide the foot back so the heel comes underneath the knee bone, good. So right hamstrings pulling back, pelvis level, put the hand on blocks, or it can hover, left arm up and over. Squeeze the outer hips in. Good, keep pulling the right hamstring back. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, let's take that lateral twist. Right arm comes back. Left arm forwards. So the twist like before. Now notice, did your pelvis move with that? Can you pull the front of the pelvis up? So it means if everything is compensating, just move less. Don't go as far. Now lift up through the crown of the head. Keep pointing the right knee forwards over the middle toe, left hip hugs back. Inhale, arm comes back up to the sky. Good, exhale, runner's lunge. Let's bring the hands to the inside of the right foot. Toe heel your right foot to the top right center. So the heel's just up in front of the knee. You're welcome to use the blocks. You can stay on the palms. You can come to the forearms. Make this something that feels good or right for you. If you want it active by lifting the back knee, that's an option. And breathe. You're welcome to also walk the hands further out if that feels comfortable. Keep the length of the spine. Take 2 more breaths. Take 1 more full inhale and 1 more full exhale. And now tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, put a block under. Actually, left hand can go on the ground. You may or may not need a block. We'll see how it goes. But first of all, inhale, right arm lifts straight up to the sky. Keep the right knee pointed forwards. Exhale, right hand comes forwards over the ear for Utthita. Towards me, yeah. Turn the chest towards the sky though. Inhale, arm comes straight back up. Push the left thigh bone up to the sky as hard as you can. There you go. Exhale, Utthita, right arm over the ear. Good, inhale, arms straight up to the sky. And now this is a little bit different. So with your, let me help to explain this one here. With your right hand lifted, pivot the outside of the left foot down so it's like a modified side plank. If you can, turn the right toes out to the side, Pull the shoulders back, lift the hips up, and reach the right hand up towards the sky. Good. Now use the left thigh. Is this your little sore foot, Charlie?
Yeah, I thought that.
Oh.
I'm just gonna go.
Okay, you stay there.
I'm just.
The modification is lower your knee to the ground, please. Yeah. You okay? Modification is knee to the ground, then think right knee points out to the side. Now hug the left thigh in. Exhale back to runner's lunge, hands down to the ground. Now from runner's lunge, press the palms down, inhale, three-legged dog. Right leg comes up and back to the sky behind you. Open the hip, take some circles. You're welcome to flip it if you have flip dog or wild thing. Meet back in a downward dog in 3, 2, 1. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, frog squat, jump or step, feet to the top, outside the wrists or the blocks if you're using blocks. Little sway side to side again if you need. Think, push the inner knees out. Roll the outer thighs back and hug your butt cheeks up. Yeah. It's especially if you're more flexible, if you're kind of hanging near the ground, it's really comfortable, I want you to lift up. So start to use your bum. Take one more full inhale breath, lift the front of the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Tip the hips up and back. Let's move into Padangustasana, so it's big toe grip pose. With your peace fingers, turn the toes forwards, the feet point forwards. The peace fingers come underneath the big toe and seal the circle with the thumbs. Inhale, lift halfway, pull the front of the chest forwards and up, lift the hamstrings. Exhale, pull the elbows out, pull the chest down, out past the toes. So if your spine starts to round, I want you to lengthen the front of the spine instead, bend the knees even more. Yeah. Think, pull the chest out. So chest away from navel, navel away from pubic bone. Lift the inner knees up, let your head relax, but bend the knees, bend the knee. Yeah, you're just activating them. Now I want you to pull the shoulders back. Yes. And now tip forwards. Keep the legs active, so really think of sucking them up towards your bum. And exhale, release the hands. Bring the feet back to a hip width position. Bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips on the shins. Lengthen the front of the spine so you can lift your chest up. Good, lift the hamstrings up. Hold for the exhale, so hug the outer hips in. Keep the knees pointed forwards. Inhale, chair pose again. Bend the knees, lift the arms. Good, exhale, hands to heart center. Keep sliding the hamstrings back. Inhale, arms are straight up to the sky. Move into that lateral again. Exhale, right side, right arm back, left arm forwards. Hug the left hip back, so don't let the pelvis move there. Yeah. Inhale, arms back to the center. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. So keep this, don't let that move. It's tough, isn't it? Inhale, back to the center. Little different this time. Exhale, fly the arms into a flying chair. Inhale, mountain pose, stand up. Option for a back bend on the inhale, tailbone tucks down. Exhale, hands come to part center. Close the eyes, press the thigh bones back, stand up as tall as you can, head on top of rib cage, pelvis, heels. So just like before when you were sitting, this time you're standing. So stand nice and stable, inner arch of the feet lift up. Good, feel the thigh bones push back and hug the ribs into the back of the body. Take one more full breath in, feel the big toes present, feel them press into the ground of the mat. One more full exhale. Good, inhale, arms lift back up to the sky. Really feel the presence as you move each body part. Exhale, lateral twist, right arm back, left arm forwards. Notice the pelvis, is it moving? Good, hug the left hip back. Inhale, back to the center, stand tall, lift up all the way through to the fingertips. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. So again, pull the right hip back before you even start to move the spine. Good, inhale, arm back up to the center, both arms. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold, tip all the way down, lift the hamstrings up. Inhale, halfway lift, lean forward, lift the chest, lift the hamstrings up to your bum. Exhale, low lunge, right foot back this time, lower the knee, tuck or untuck the toes, your choice. Inhale, crescent moon, lift the arms straight up. So same thing, we want to think front of the pelvis lifts up away from the front left thigh, heel bone underneath the knee, outer left hip wraps down. Now rib cage pulls in and back, And now from your pelvis, I want you to lift up. So you're going to pull your left hip down a little bit more, right hip back. Yeah, nice. Keep the, everything's so connected. As soon as you move one thing, you've got to fix however many others, right? Lift your right hamstring up, engage your right glute. Knee stays on the ground. Yeah, so just think, pull it up towards the glute. So you're really using that to stabilize. Take a full inhale breath. We're going to take a side body stretch first of all. Left hand down, whether it's on the block or the ground, or it's just hovering, right arm palms up and over. Keep pulling the left hamstring back. Keep the left foot nice and grounded. And now hug the right hip in. Inhale, arms lift straight back up to the sky. Exhale, we take the lateral twist, left arm back, right arm forwards. Good, now notice again, the pelvis, did it twist? Do you have to take less of a twist in the spine and the arms to keep the pelvis stable and just have that twist at the chest, the breastbone? Keep lifting the right hamstring up, lift the crown of the head up. One more exhale with the left hand back. And then inhale, bring the arms back up to the center. Exhale, let's come into a runner's lunge position, hands down inside the left foot. Toe hold the left foot to the top left corner. Use blocks if you need support. Palms, forearms, you can lift the back knee if that feels better. Just make sure that lift the right knee if you need. The left heel bone, make sure it's not too far behind the knee. It should be beneath the knee or just in front of it. You're welcome to move or stay still, whatever you need on this side. And how does this side feel? What is different on this side? Is there much? Take a couple more breaths. Yes, don't forget to hydrate. Just remembering too. One more full inhale. And then come up onto the palms on the exhale breath if you're not already there. Keep the right hand grounded. It might again be on a block or on the ground. Lift the back knee up off the ground. Now I want you to firm your right thigh bone. Push it as hard as you can up towards the sky. Good, inhale, left arm straight up towards the sky. So that twist again is at the chest. Notice, did the pelvis twist? I want you to push the right thigh back up. Keep the left knee pointed forwards. Drop the pelvis back down a little bit if it lifted up. Yes, perfect, like that. Right thigh stays nice and firm. Inhale, left arm over the ear for Utthita. Keep the chest turned towards the sky, and you're going to have the arm like that. Like this lift. Yeah, that's fun. Exhale, bring the arm straight back up. Keep the knee pointed over the middle toe. Press the big toe down. Inhale, arm over the ear for Utthita. Again, back thigh. Push up as hard as you can to the sky. And exhale, arm straight back up. One more time. Inhale, arm straight up to the sky. Oh, over the ears. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, that was good. Exhale, hand. Bring the hand back down to the ground. Now again, it's that same thing. So, right hand stays grounded. Left hand is lifted. Pivot the outside of the right foot down. Turn the left toes out to the side. Now it's a modified side plank. If you need to draw the left foot closer in towards you, you can. But right thigh pushes the hips up. Pull the shoulder blades back. If it's hard to pull the right shoulder back, bend the right elbow just a little bit. Now firm the right thigh. Is your back heel not okay? So come down like this. Look at her back foot. See her back foot? It's not okay. So if your back heel can't come down, knee to the ground. Yeah. And now again, you're still keeping that right thigh firm. Take a full inhale breath. Exhale, hand back down to the ground. Oh. Inhale, three-legged dog. Bring the left leg up and back behind. And take some movement with the hip. Open the knee, make some circles, whatever feels good. And let's meet in a downward facing dog. Take a full inhale breath. Come up onto the tiptoes. And exhale, feet outside the wrist. Last one. Frog squat. Take a full inhale breath. We're only here for the inhale, so how tall can you sit up? Pull the knees back. Exhale, forward fold. Tip the hips up, head down. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips on the shins or blocks. Lift the hamstrings up. Hold on the exhale. Start to hug the outer hips in. Keep lengthening the spine forwards. Collarbones wide. Inhale, chair pose. Keep the knees pointed forwards. Bend them. Lift up from the front of the pelvis. Good. Exhale, let's take a lateral twist right. Right arm back, left arm forwards. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forwards. Keep the right hamstring pulling back. Good, guys. Inhale, mountain pose this time. Stand all the way up. Option for the back bend. Oh, yeah. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Take a full inhale breath. That's the best. Full exhale breath. I love it every time. Good. Inhale, mountain pose. Just like before, we'll take that little, guess it's a slight vinyasa. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forwards. Keep the spine upright, so yeah. Inhale, arms forwards and up, mountain pose. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forwards. Pull the right hip back, again before that twist. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, forward fold, tip out and down. Inhale, lift halfway. Lift the front of the chest up. Exhale, low lunge, step the left foot back. Lower the knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Hands are up to the sky. A little different, Charlie. Just like that. Have a look at next to your Rachel. Exhale, lateral twist to the right. Good. Now from here, back toes tucked, you either stay right here or you're going to lift the back knee. Good. Coming into a crescent lunge with that lateral twist. Notice your left thigh is the strength. I want you to push that up towards the sky. Take a shorter stance. Take a shorter step. Yeah. And bend the front knee, point it over the middle toe. Back knee is bent as much as you need. Pull the front of the hips up and back. Lengthen the spine. Hold for the exhale breath. One more inhale. And exhale, hands to the ground. Bring them inside the right foot. Lower the back knee to runner's lunge. Option to keep it active. Hold for the exhale breath. Back knee lifts up off the ground. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, modified side plank. Knee to the ground or back heel down. Push the hips up. Right arm reaches back or up to the sky. Good. Inhale, reach the arm over your ear. We'll incorporate that utthita towards the front. Good. Exhale, hands to the ground. This time adding on. Inhale, standing splits. Lean forwards, lift the back foot up off the ground. Square the pelvis off to the ground. Pull the right hip back. Exhale, pull the knee into the chest first and step into a forward fold. Nice. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, low lunge. Right foot steps back. Lower the knee. Tuck or untuck the toes. Inhale, crescent moon. Front of the pelvis lifts up all the way to the fingers. Good. Pull the hips back. Exhale, left arm back. Lateral twist. Good. Tuck the back toes again. Either you stay right here or inhale, lift the back knee. Lateral lunge. Again, take a shorter stance if you need. Point the left knee over the middle toe. Now, can you pull the front of the pelvis up? And think of the rib cage pulling into the back of the body. The right thigh stays firm. The left hip hooks back and under. Take a full breath in. Lengthen the spine up. Full breath out. Inhale, breath. Stay here. Exhale, hands to the ground inside the left foot. Runner's lunge, active or not active, your choice. We're not here for long. Inhale, breath. Full exhale. Right hand is planted, back knee lifts up. Inhale, open the left arm straight up to the sky. And exhale, we move into that side plank, modified version, back knee down or pivot the outer side foot down. So lower your back knee, yeah. Turn the toes, left toes out to the side if you can. Inhale, reach the arm over the ear for utthita. Keep the nipples turned to the sky. Exhale, hands to the ground. Squaring the front or framing the front foot with the hands. Inhale, standing splits. Lean forwards, lift the right foot up. And exhale, bring the knee into the chest. Step into a forward fold. Beautiful, guys. That's awesome. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, squat and curl. Let's come down to a tiny little ball. If it's not in your practice, it's always the option to take a forward fold or come into a frog squat again. That's always an option too. If you'd like to balance, you're welcome to balance, or just breathe here. Hydrate if you need. We'll take 3 more breaths. Two more. Have one more little add-on. One more. Let's come into a standing forward fold. Hips up, head down, feet hip. Inhale, lift halfway. A little different this time. Exhale, low lunge, step the left foot back. Lower the knee, inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, lateral twist, right arm back. Good, tuck the back toes. Inhale, low lunge with a lateral twist. We'll add on here. Exhale, let's open up to a warrior two. So however you need to get there, open up. We'll be here for just a little bit. Back heel pivots down. Left toes angled in. And the right toes point forwards. Make sure the feet are a little bit wider than heel to heel. And now pull the front of the pelvis up. Push your left thigh bone back. Track the right knee open. So lengthen from the inner knee to the inner groin. Like you're hugging your right butt cheek up and underneath you. And now start to sit up taller. Plug the shoulders in. Now straighten the back leg. Good. Take another full breath in. And exhale, low lunge, hands down to the ground. Plant your left hand. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, modified side plank. Pivot all over the knee. Inhale, arm reaches over the ear for Utthita. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, standing splits. Lift the back heel. Square the pelvis. Good. Keep the right hamstring lifted. Exhale, forward fold. Left knee to chest. Forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, low lunge. Right foot back, knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Arms lift. Exhale, lateral twist to the left. Left side. Inhale, back knee lifts up. That's all right, other side. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Pivot the back heel down. Again, make sure the heels are just a little wider than heel to heel. Right toes angled in. If you're more narrow in the pelvis, in the frontal hip point, you'll have to turn the toes in a little more. And then again, same thing. Pull the front of the pelvis up. The right hip will probably be turned in a little bit, but I want you to think top of the femur bone reaches towards the frontal hip point on the right. Press down into the left big toe, slide the left hamstring back, and now lift the front of the rib cage up, shoulders plug in, ribs pull back. Now really strengthen the back thigh. Stay there with the legs. Yeah, good. Keep tracking the left knee open. Take a full inhale breath. Exhale, low lunge, hands down to the ground. Plant your right hand. Again, you can always modify like we did earlier. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, modified side plank. Either knee down or pivot the outer foot down. Inhale, left arm over the ear for Utthita. Exhale, hands to the ground. Frame your front foot. Lean forwards, inhale, standing splits. Square the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Pull the knee into the chest, feet down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, squat and curl. One last chance to squat and curl, to balance, maybe come into a garland pose if that feels good. What would feel good for you right now? Breathing, remembering to breathe. Noticing what you feel right here. Has the body changed already? Has the mind changed already? Does your mind keep wandering to other places? And take one more full inhale and full exhale. Forward fold, hips up, head down. Good. Inhale, lift halfway. We're going to do one last little add-on. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot back, lower the knee. So this is a little bit different here. Oh, I'm so sore. Actually, let's keep our our back knees on the ground for now. Straighten your front leg, moving into a half splits pose. From the half splits, we are going to pivot. So if you need to take the blocks, have them with you on the inside of the left leg. Now we're going to pivot to the left-hand side and lower the right toes to the ground. Yeah, so the toes are going to point in the same direction as the knee. Bring the hands down onto the ground. So this is like a modified gate pose. Now from here, with the palms flat, I want you to use this. Bring the chest forwards in front of the shoulders. And now bring your bum back to the left heel. Keep the right outer foot pressing down. You're going to take a couple of breaths here with your bum back at the heel. So that hopefully you're feeling a stretch a little more in the inner right thigh. So you keep the right foot pressing down. The hips can come back as far as they can. If you need to tuck the toes, keep the toes tucked. Breathe as deep as you can, especially if you're getting cramps or if there's anything weird going on. Where are you feeling it? And then come forwards again, shoulders in front of the wrist. We're just going to come back and forwards a couple of times. Keep the outer right foot pressing down. Exhale, hips back to the left heel. Press the outer right foot down, especially here. Inhale, come forwards. If you can, shoulders in front of the wrists. Exhale, hips back to the heel. Good. Last one, inhale forwards. Exhale, back to the heel. Good. Let's come forwards. And pivot back forwards to a half split pose. Right toes back. Pull the right outer hip back. And exhale back to a low lunge. Bend the front knee, plant the foot. Keep the back knee lowered. Inhale as you lift up crescent moon, arms to the sky. Good, exhale, lateral twist to the right. Back to that flow. Inhale as we lift the back knee, pull the front of the hips up. And exhale, we open up to a warrior two. Good. Inhale, this time reverse warrior, just a little add-on. Right arm lifts, trap the right knee open, keep the back thigh firm. Exhale, hands to the ground, plant your left hand. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, modified side plank, your choice. Inhale, arm lifts up and over for Utthita. Exhale, hand to the ground. Little change. Inhale, standing splits. Now from here, pull the left knee into the chest, but don't let the foot touch the ground. Now, you're going to bend the right knee just a little bit. Start to turn on your right butt cheek. Let's stand up, pulling the left knee to the chest. Nice. Interlace your fingers at the front of the left shin. Pull the knee in as tight as you can without rounding the spine. Good. Think of pushing the pubic bone down, like what we did the tabletop earlier on. Now, you'll either stay here if you have long enough arms, your left leg. Your peace fingers will go around the big toe. If you need your strap, you'll grab your strap and you'll put it around the ball of the foot. Extend the left leg forwards. Again, option to stay right here. We're not twisting though. That's right. Left hand. Same hand, same foot. Yeah. So I want you to think. Kick the heel forwards, pull the left hamstring back. Yeah, just stay there if you need to. Take another full breath. Push down into the left big toe, turn the right butt cheek on. Push down into the right big toe, sorry. And exhale, bend the left knee back towards the chest. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, foot to the ground. Good, let's come into a standing forward fold, lower the torso down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, low lunge. Step the right foot back, lower the knee. Inhale, half splits, pull the hips back. Again, take the blocks if you need. And let's pivot over to the right side. So the inner left foot comes down. It's a modified gate pose. Left toes point back behind us. So come up on top of your knee if you can, Charlie. Yeah. And now come up onto your hands. So you're in a tabletop, it's just that your left foot's out to the side. Does that make sense? Like this. Tabletop, left foot out. Instead of hips back. Yeah, you might need to move back away from the couch though. It's good when you've got not much space. Okay, now from here, push the outer left foot down, press the palms down, inhale, move forwards past the wrists, and exhale, hips back to the right heel. We're going to be here for a few breaths, so get comfortable. Whatever you need to get comfortable, push the outer left foot down, breathe, 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 breathe. Notice what you feel on the inside of the left thigh. Does it feel more intense if you turn the toes a little more forwards? If you press the outer foot down a little more, rolling through the outer foot. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, come forward, shoulders in front of the wrists. Exhale, hips back to the heel. Good. Inhale, come forwards, again, shoulders in front of the wrists. Exhale, hips back to the heel. Inhale one more time, shoulders forwards. Exhale, hips back to the heel. Come back to the neutral spine and let's pivot to the left, coming into that half splits pose. We'll take a few breaths here. Again, use the blocks if you need. Flex the left toes back. Wrap the outer left hip back and pull the front of the spine forwards. We'll take a full inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Bend the front knee. Keep the back knee on the ground just for now. We're nearly there. Inhale, crescent moon. Arms lift up. Pelvis lifts up. Pull the back foot, front foot back. Exhale, lateral twist to the left. Left arm back. Now really turn on the outer hips. Tuck the back toes. Inhale, lift the back knee. Good. Pull the hips back. Exhale, open up warrior two. Again, a couple of little add-ons. Turn the right toes in. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm to the sky. Exhale, low lunge, hands to the ground. Right hand plants down. Good. Inhale, left arm straight up to the sky. Exhale, let's move into a modified side plank. Inhale, left arm over the ear. Pull the right shoulder back. Exhale, hands down, frame the front foot. Inhale, standing splits, lean forwards, lift the back foot up. Again, the change. Exhale, pull the knee to the chest. If you know you need the strap, you're going to grab it. Bend your left knee, think of spreading the toes out, turn the left butt cheek on, let's slowly stand up. Interlace the fingers, the awkward grip. So you're going to swap the fingers over a complete space around the front of the right shin. Spread the left toes out, left butt cheeks on, so think of it hugging in. Pull the knee in, stand tall, keep the spine upright. You'll either stay here or this time, right piece fingers around the big toe. You can stay here or you'll extend the right leg forwards and it might be slightly bent, that might be nice and straight. Think of lifting the left hamstring, stand tall, pull the shoulders back. Again, right butt cheeks hugging in, your entire right thigh, quad, hamstring, everything's pulling in towards the bone, nice and stable. Take a full inhale breath. Stay tall, bend the knee back towards the chest. Good, hold for the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Foot down, lower all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, squat and curl, little tiny ball. Here for an inhale. And let's come down onto our bum. Exhale, take the blocks back with you, just in case you might need them at the end of class. Let's come into Yay! It's been so long, like for proper. I like this. It's makes me happy. On your back, yeah. Happy baby pose on your back. Pull the knees towards the underarms, and you can always take a passive, so grabbing the front of the shins or the back of the hamstrings, or peace fingers around the big toes, like what we've been working towards today. Little rock side to side if that's comfortable. Press the pelvis down. And take a full inhale. And then hug the knees into the chest. Now, if there's anything else that you need to do, any other poses, anything you feel ready for, anything that the body is saying, let's do this. Please do it. Otherwise, squeeze yourself as tight as you possibly can and thank yourself for your presence, for your breath, for your movement. And let's move into our resting pose of Shavasana. Arms and legs wide. So with the arms and legs wide, you're welcome to put blocks under the back of the knees. You're welcome to put a blanket over the abdomen. If you have maybe an eye pillow or a hand towel or something over the eyes, a good little trick is put some eucalyptus lavender hand towels in the fridge, wet ones, and then you can use them for class. Let any breath control or manipulation go. Allow yourself to completely surrender. Allow yourself to relax as much as possible. And as usual, Instagram, I will have to stop this shortly, but if you want to watch the rest, you can go over to YouTube for the end of the class. Otherwise, relax here, let your breath go. Let your body get nice and heavy. Let your mind go wherever it needs to. Allow yourself to just be. So you've done all the hard work. You get to just allow everything to move in, to soak in into our nervous system, into our subconscious. Allow yourself to completely relax. Instagram, thank you. Head over to YouTube, please subscribe. Love you guys. In the land of YouTube, notice how your body feels. Notice anything that's standing out. As you let the body get a little heavier, just think of every time you breathe. Something relaxes just a little bit more. Maybe around your jaw, your eyes, your tongue, your toes, your back, the shoulders and the back of the neck and the back of the skull. Give yourself permission to fully and completely surrender. If you would like to remain right here, which I suggest it's a really good thing to do, please stay. Otherwise, if you are ready to continue your day, wherever you are, whatever time it is, deepen your breath and start to slowly move your body. Until you can maybe stretch the arms and the legs. Hug the legs in, move on to the side and come up to a seat. Sit however is comfortable, eyes open, closed, hands, whatever it feels good for you. And just touch base again about the reason why you came to your mat, why you're doing this class. Your intention, your goal, your aim. It's something that you can continue to work with for the rest of the night, hopefully. Hopefully you achieved it and there's a bigger and better one that you can go on to now. Thank you so much for your presence, for your time. Appreciate you all. Bring the hands to prayer, thumbs to the third eye. Let's bow in gratitude. Very, very thankful, very grateful for your namaste. Thanks, guys. Thank you. You're welcome. So please, guys, if you know anyone that can benefit from this, send this to them. Subscribe. Thumbs up. Yeah. Thank you. And thanks to everyone that has donated as well. I appreciate you guys so much. Mwah. Have a great day.
Where are you at? 6:35?